Good morning, traders, and God bless. I am Ricky Gaspard, your host for this pre market session. And each morning we listen for stocks to be called out by Stream 1, or we watch for these green bars to appear in these two scans here. And once we see something we're interested in, I will click on it and we'll come and check the current bar volume. We want to make sure we have enough volume to get in and get out safely. So this number here is the volume of the very last candle. And we want this number flowing as fast as possible. That way we can get in and get out without an issue. Because if this number's slow, you could have trouble getting in and out of the stock. We also want to see money flow above this yellow line. Green means the money's flowing in, red means it's flowing out. And down here in Dominator Master, when we see this green line pointing north and above the yellow line, we also want to see these green bars above this yellow line, which is average volume. So if we have buyers above average volume, the price has a greater chance of going up. And if you are new here, I highly suggest you watch these live streams many times before you put your hard earned money into the market. It appears easier on your screen than when you are trying to do it yourself. So maybe try it on paper, write down your entry, your exit, and your results. If you continue to be profitable on paper, then trade real money, but trade small share size. Anywhere between 1 and 10 shares should get the job done. And if you continue to make profit with real money and small share size, the only thing you need to do to increase your profit is increase your share size. Also, I'm not a financial advisor. Make sure you reach out to the proper authorities before you take any of my advice or use any of my indicators. And over in your active trader, make sure your TIF is on EXT. And that is a lot of words to say each morning. But good morning. Thanks for joining me. Good morning, YouTubers. Haven't seen much moving. Been sitting here watching about an hour and a half. Bunch of cheap stocks jumping around. And it is Friday, the end of the week. ICON looking up from the bottom. Volume is quite low in that candle. I don't think I would chance it at this time. It is looking north, looking a lot better than 30 seconds ago. Maybe it'll take off. Let's keep an eye on it. We do have everything green. This is exactly what we want to see here. Everything is green, and we want to see these two labels pop in green as well. Stronger that drive gets, the higher these numbers become. So the higher these numbers in green on the labels, the stronger the push upwards. Well, at least we do know what's moving, and it's very little. LRHC, a dollar stock, looking north, have pretty good volume. Hopefully, the buyers will keep going here. Looks like it's already pumped up once. It's not a pump and dump, it doesn't look like, or they wouldn't be pushing it up again. Or would they? Currently at a buck 22, hanging on for dear life, it looks like. Not seeing much drive to the upside. Red candle down, kind of what I expected. IBIO. Looks like bounced up, pulled back, profit taking going on. Let's see if we can break 276. Or does the volume die before it tries to do that? Watching these lower bars. Want a tall green one coming in. We want this money flow green and pointing north. That's not happening. Strong drive downwards. Yeah, it's kind of like one candle up and then no activity afterwards. So be careful of pump and dumps today. Like why would you get a candle that big and then no continuation? Same thing on IBIO. Same thing. One big candle and then nothing. I don't know about this one. KUST pushing higher. Maybe it's just low volume. Not seeing a lot of excitement here on the big drive. Looks tempting. I don't know. I think I'm going to avoid that one totally. Unless I see there's some excitement there and people are willing to buy it. Right now, it's just floating around. LRHC been bouncing around a couple times this morning. It seems to shoot up and right back down each time. You can see these last two times it shot up, right back down, shot up, right back down. Probably a continuation here, right back down. That's what I would suspect. Third time's a charm. I'll leave it to you. You want to get you some of it or give it some, and could go either direction in my opinion. Not for me. Pretty quiet this morning. I'm watching all the scans, so we did pretty good through the week, so I'm not going to complain. I wasn't the greatest week, but we made it through. I'm happy with the profits. Everybody got a few more toys to play with. It was a good week. We made progress. Millionaire Queen, there's a big description of that indicator on the website. You look in menu and indicators. Yeah, we try to keep these sessions for trading. If you have a support question, it would be appreciated if you'd use the support department. If you just have a question about an indicator or maybe the settings on your computer isn't right, let's try to keep this for making money and the support for fixing issues. Of course, if it's a basic question, we don't mind you speaking up at all. But something simple like where is this, then that needs to go to support. I'm seeing green, but I'm not seeing much movement. CETX looking north. Volume seems to be picking up a little bit, but it's only paying pennies, it looks like. And it's kind of bouncy. And we have a red bar of sellers. They must have got tired of holding
SATF.
on to it. PASW. We have one green candle pointing north, looking higher. Volume is pretty low, but average. If it doesn't stop, and it did. We have a green money flow line. We have a green dominator bar. The volume is not really trustworthy. It's hard to get a green label up here. Now we got one. 82. Still has some buyers interested. I'm not in it. I won't be in this one. Don't pay enough for me.
SATL.
Not tradable on toss. That figures. It's all right. It wasn't a good one anyway. Unless you would have been happy with about 2 pennies.
SATL. SATL.
Slots. If you can figure that one out, we all want to know the answer. They say it's for our protection. Spam stocks. Lots of different answers out there. Not seeing anything.
SATL.
I'm not complaining. I make money. I may not get all the stocks I want, but I get some good ones. I'm thankful for that. We need some activity. That's what we need. We don't have any. Well, if it's your first time here, it's not normally this boring. Usually things are moving. We're having a good Friday, I guess, a dead Friday. Not much moving. Yeah, we haven't had too much moving this morning, really. Nothing I would have pulled the trigger on. Some of them pulled the trigger, made a little bit. Well, well, well. Pretty slow. Haven't seen it like this in a while. We usually have at least one trade in the first 30 minutes, sometimes two or three, but not today. It's okay. Every day is not a trading day. Some days are days of rest. Keep the faith, develop. Keep the faith, and maybe it'll happen. That clock is a separate application. I can't think of the name of it right now. is definitely slow, like everything's at a pause. Y'all hold back now. Let's wait.
SATL. SATL.
SATL. A one candle wonder. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's called widget launcher. If you type that in Google, widget launcher, you'll find that clock. Not seeing any volume flowing at all. We get the occasional one or two people bought something, and then they go away, but no volume.
SATL.
Slots, you like those bottom feeders? Slots, I say whatever works for you, brother. We all have our own little strategy. Even many of you that have learned this, you will change it to your own. Everybody does. You'll soon figure out, well, maybe I don't need all of this.
SATL.
If you look at these long enough, you can do it visually without a bunch of indicators. You can actually just look at a candle and the volume bars and figure it out after doing all of this. Or at least that's how I become, but it took many years to do that. And even then, I'm still wrong
SATL.
sometimes. I don't see anything heating up. I see things rolling over and taking another nap. That's what I see. No big stock, no stocks being really driven. I don't have a Discord group anymore. Got tired of all the spam on it. But there's a link at the top of your YouTube chat. Takes you over to volumespikes.com. I actually built a website and pulled all the members over there. So no more Discord for me. Too much work for my support staff to stay on top of everything. Now we found our permanent home. You have to become a member of volumespikes.com to get all of the tools. I have way more than what you see up here. There's probably 70 scans, maybe 40, 50 indicators. These are the most recent setup right here. You can keep up with me. Every time we get somewhere, we change. There's a reason behind that, though. If I see something better, I'm going to put it out there. Nice job, slots. I'm seeing red coming out everywhere. That's not a good sign. Well, well, well. I didn't expect it to be this slow, but it is. Joe, can we trade it on toss? I don't think we can. Or maybe that was SMX we couldn't trade. Thank you for that confirmation. Does not look too good on the daily. I think that candle needs to get above that 34 EMA, and that 34 EMA needs to turn green. Still got a lower high here. Has movement this morning, but not in a while. I guess it all depends on what the buyers want to do with it. Could have possibilities. Yeah, that's the color changing EMA right here. Not looking too good for VST either. It is if you want to play it to the short side on the next run up, then play the short side. Once again, it's only moved today, so Just all depends on which direction the market heads. So VST kind of like SMR. They've only moved in today's session. I don't make predictions on stocks. I just look at them from the daily to the all the way down to the 1 minute sometimes. I mainly just wait on stocks to pop up that I know other traders are playing. I don't try to guess, okay, well this one's down today or up tomorrow. It may do this or may do that. May don't work, but knowing what the buyers and sellers does. So I'm not trying to predict, hope this goes up, hope it goes down so I can short it. I'm going to play where they're playing. And that's right here where the activity is. I have a much greater chance of making a successful trade than predicting or trying to guess tomorrow's move. I want reality, not guessing over here. If it's not moving right now, I'm not interested. I am a coder. I code everything to calculate numbers. I trade mathematically, not by this is a dolgy, this is a shooting star, this is the great news. I don't trade that way. I trade by volatility. And everything up here is a custom indicator that's calculating numbers. You can see percentages here. These buys and sells are percentages. These lines are percentages. And I coded all of this. You won't find any of it on TOS. And I've been on this platform since 1990. I've been coding it for a long time. But anyhow, I need to end the live session over on YouTube. That free hour is up. I appreciate you joining me this morning. There wasn't nothing hardly moving at all, nothing we wanted to chase. Few of you made a few dollars, took a couple of wild guesses, and it worked out for you. So, congrats on that. I'll see everybody on Monday. If you want to read more about me and our community, visit volumespikes.com. There's a lot of information on there for you. We'd love to have you join us. Come make money with me more than just 3 days a week for one free hour. I am on this thing for 4 to 4.5 hours each morning, looking for stocks, making the best trades possible. Of course, the regular session's been dying about 9:30, so don't let me make you think it's money making all day long, because it's not. Sometimes the stocks just crawl in the regular session and I give up early. But anyhow, we're doing really good each week, profitable. Some of us still learning, some of us still losing a little, but that's trading. But come and join us, learn a little bit about mathematics and trading, and I will see everybody on Monday. God bless.